It's the third time that Jesus explicitly tells his followers his mission, that in Jerusalem, where they're headed, he will be handed over to the religious elite, that he will suffer and die, but on the third day he will come back to life. As before, the disciples clearly don't get it again, because now we see James and John asking if they can have positions of prominence in Jesus' kingdom. And yet Jesus has just been explaining that the way he is going, he is laying down his life in order to serve and benefit others. He is not seeking prominence, but having the position of a servant. And so Jesus asks James and John if they can endure the same fate that he will endure, and not knowing what this is fully, they say that they can, and Jesus says they will, but he cannot grant them the positions of prominence that they so desire. They then come across this man who is blind, and the man calls out, "Jesus, Son of David, have mercy upon me." He recognizes who Jesus is as Messiah, and he depends upon him for mercy. Now, this is the second time we've seen a man who is blind be healed by Jesus. The first time, it took 2 attempts. He could partially see after the first attempt, and then we saw that the disciples could partially see who Jesus was. But in between then and now, Jesus has 3 times explained what he has come to do and what it means to follow him. And yet still the disciples don't see clearly. To be a Christian is to understand who Jesus is as the promised King who is himself God. It's recognizing what he came to do, to give his life as a servant in order to save many people and then to rise again from death. And it's also to know what it means to be one of his followers, that it's not about positions of greatness and power, but it's about ourselves being servants and being willing to suffer and give our lives for others and for our faith. If we see these 3 things, then we see clearly.